Have you ever dreamt of working in Sweden? Do you know about the Sweden Job Seeker Visa? Well, if the allure of Sweden's natural beauty, high standard of living, and innovative work culture has ever sparked your curiosity, you're in the right place. We're about to embark on a journey to explore the Sweden Job Seeker Visa, a unique program designed to attract skilled professionals from around the globe to this Scandinavian wonderland. Whether you're a seasoned professional in your field or a recent graduate looking to make your mark, this visa could be your golden ticket. In this comprehensive guide, we'll unravel what this program is all about, who it's targeted for, and which professions stand the best chance of getting preference. We'll also dive into the nitty-gritty details like application steps, tips to improve your chances of approval, processing times, and much more. In this video, we'll guide you step by step through the process of applying for the Sweden Job Seeker Visa. So, what is the Sweden Job Seeker Visa, and why is it attracting so many international job seekers? In the simplest terms, the Sweden Job Seeker Visa is a long-stay visa that allows individuals from outside the European Union to enter Sweden with the purpose of seeking employment. It essentially provides a window of opportunity to live in Sweden for up to 6 months while you search for a job. Now you might ask, why Sweden? Well, Sweden is known for its high standard of living, robust economy, and excellent work-life balance. It offers a thriving job market, particularly in sectors like information technology, engineering, and healthcare. Moreover, Sweden is a diverse and multicultural country, making it an attractive destination for international job seekers. But what truly sets the Sweden Job Seeker Visa apart is the freedom it offers. Unlike some other work visas, it doesn't tie you to a specific employer. This means you have the liberty to explore various job opportunities within the country. It's like holding a golden ticket to your own career exploration journey in the land of the Northern Lights and Nobel Prizes. In addition to that, the Sweden Job Seeker Visa is a potential pathway to permanent residency. If you secure a job during your stay, you can then apply for a work permit and continue living in Sweden. Over time, this could lead to permanent residency and even citizenship. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. The first step is to secure the job seeker visa, and to do that, you need to meet certain eligibility criteria. You'll need to demonstrate that you have enough funds to support yourself during your stay. And importantly, you'll need to show that you have the skills and qualifications that are in demand in Sweden. Now that we know what the Sweden Job Seeker Visa is, let's delve into who can apply for it. Are you eligible for the Sweden Job Seeker Visa? Let's find out. To qualify for this visa, you must meet a set of criteria. First and foremost, you need to have completed a minimum of 3 years of higher education, equivalent to a bachelor's degree or higher. This is a key requirement as Sweden values highly educated individuals who can contribute to its knowledge-based economy. Next, you must have at least 5 years of relevant work experience in your field. This experience should be well documented with references and proof of employment. This is crucial as it demonstrates that you have the skills and knowledge necessary to contribute to the Swedish workforce. In addition to your educational qualifications and work experience, you should have sufficient funds to support yourself during your job search in Sweden. You'll need to provide proof that you can sustain yourself for at least 6 months, which is the duration of the job seeker visa. This is to ensure that you can focus on your job search without worrying about your basic needs. One of the most significant factors that could increase your chances of getting the Sweden Job Seeker Visa is if your profession is in demand in Sweden. Occupations in sectors like IT, engineering, healthcare, and education are particularly sought after. If you're a specialist in one of these fields, your chances of securing a job and subsequently a work permit are pretty high. Also, knowing the Swedish language can be a game changer, though it's not a mandatory requirement. If you can communicate in Swedish, it could give you a competitive edge in the job market and make your integration into Swedish society smoother. Lastly, you need to have comprehensive health insurance that covers you for the entire duration of your stay in Sweden. This is to ensure that you're protected in case of any health-related issues during your job search. So summing up, if you're highly educated, experienced, financially stable, and your profession is in demand in Sweden, you're a good candidate for the Sweden Job Seeker Visa. Knowing if you're eligible is just the first step. Next, we need to understand how to apply. The application process might seem daunting, but we are here to guide you through it. Step 1. Gather your documents. You'll need to compile a healthy stack of paperwork, beginning with a valid passport. Then comes proof of financial support to sustain your stay in Sweden. This should include bank statements and other financial documents. You'll also need a comprehensive health insurance policy that covers you in Sweden. And don't forget to include your detailed CV and cover letter. Step 2. Fill out the application form. This is where you officially express your interest in seeking employment in Sweden. Be meticulous and honest with your responses. Every detail counts. Step 3. Pay the application fee. The fee is currently set at around 150 euros. It's a small price to pay for the chance to explore the job market in one of the world's most prosperous nations. Step 4. Submit your application. You've got your documents, you've filled out the form, you've paid the fee. Now, it's time to hit that submit button. But wait, double, no triple check everything. One small mistake can lead to a rejection, and that's the last thing we want. Step 5. Wait for the decision. Yes, this is the nerve-wracking part. It usually takes about 2 to 3 months to get a decision, but it could be sooner. Use this time to brush up on your Swedish, research potential employers, and dream about all the delicious meatballs you're going to eat. Step 6. Once approved, you need to collect your visa. If you're lucky enough to get that approval, you'll need to visit the Swedish embassy or consulate in your country to collect your visa. Step 7. Travel to Sweden. With your visa in hand, it's time to pack your bags and book your flight. Welcome to Sweden, the land of unbeatable work-life balance, stunning landscapes, and yes, those delicious meatballs. Step 8. Register with the Swedish tax agency. Once you've landed, you'll need to register with the Swedish tax agency. This is crucial for opening a bank account and getting a personal identity number. Step 9. Start job hunting. Now the real adventure begins. Apply for jobs, attend interviews, and network. Remember, you've got 6 months to secure employment. Step 10. Once you have a job offer, apply for a work permit. Congratulations on landing a job. Now, you need to apply for a work permit. This is the final step in your journey. Once you've got your work permit, you're officially ready to start your new life in Sweden. That's your application sorted, but how can you improve your chances of getting your application approved? Getting approved is not just about meeting the criteria, but also about standing out from the crowd. And standing out, my friends, is an art in itself. So let's talk about how you can paint a picture of success with your Sweden job seeker visa application. Firstly, learning the local language, Swedish, can significantly boost your chances. Now don't panic. You don't need to be fluent, but showing a basic understanding of the language can demonstrate your commitment to integrating into the Swedish society. There are plenty of online resources to help you get started with Swedish. Secondly, having a job offer in hand can be a game changer. It's not mandatory, but it can certainly put you a step ahead. It shows potential employers that you're serious, ready to work, and not just exploring. It's like being at the starting line with a head start. Next, focus on your CV and cover letter. These are not just formalities, they are your personal brand, your story. Make sure they are tailored to the Swedish job market. Highlight your skills and experiences that align with the job you're seeking. Remember, it's not just about what you've done, but how what you've done can benefit your potential employer. Another tip, network. Connect with people in your profession who are already in Sweden. You can use platforms like LinkedIn for this. These connections can provide valuable insights and may even lead to job opportunities. Lastly, be patient and persistent. The journey might be long, but remember, it's the journey that shapes you. Every application, every interview, every rejection, they all bring you one step closer to your goal. And don't forget, while you're doing all these, make sure you have all your documents in order, double-check everything, and ensure your application is complete. A single missing document can delay your application, or worse, lead to a rejection. Now you've done everything you can, but how long will you have to wait? Well, let's move on to the next segment to answer that. Patience is key in this process. Let's talk about how long it will take and some other important details. Sometimes the journey to obtaining a Sweden job seeker visa can feel like a marathon, but don't worry, we're here to help you understand the timeline. The processing times for the Sweden job seeker visa can vary depending on a few factors. Typically, it can take anywhere between 1 to 3 months for your application to be processed. However, during peak times or due to unforeseen circumstances, this could extend a little further. So, patience indeed is a virtue in this process. Now, let's talk about costs. There are two main costs associated with applying for the Sweden job seeker visa. The first is the application fee, which is roughly 200 euros. This amount is non-refundable, so make sure your application is complete and accurate before submitting. The second cost is the living expense you need to show for your stay in Sweden, which is currently set at approximately 10,000 euros. Remember, this is not a fee, but an assurance that you can support yourself during your job search in Sweden. Aside from these, there are other relevant details you need to be aware of. One of the most important things to remember is that the Sweden job seeker visa is a temporary permit. It allows you to stay in Sweden for up to 6 months to look for work. But remember, you cannot start working until you have a work permit. Also, the visa does not allow you to bring family members with you during your job search period. Finally, keep in mind that being granted a Sweden job seeker visa does not guarantee you a job. It simply provides an opportunity to seek employment in Sweden. Therefore, it's crucial to have a solid job search strategy in place before you head off to the land of the midnight sun. With all this information, you're now ready to conquer the Sweden job seeker visa process. We've covered a lot of ground today. Let's recap. We kicked off this journey by diving headfirst into the concept of the Sweden job seeker visa, a unique program tailored for individuals who are looking for work opportunities in Sweden. This visa allows you to live in Sweden while you look for a permanent job, which is a fantastic opportunity to immerse yourself in the culture, lifestyle, and work environment of this beautiful Nordic country. We then moved on to explore who is eligible for this visa. It is primarily targeted towards those who are highly skilled and have at least 5 years of experience in their respective fields. Moreover, if you are from outside the EU and EEA, this visa is an excellent pathway for you to explore job opportunities in Sweden. Understanding the application process is crucial. We broke it down into manageable steps, starting from preparing necessary documents such as your passport, proof of funds, health insurance, and a comprehensive CV. Then we discussed the online application procedure, followed by an in-person visit to the Swedish embassy or consulate in your country. Remember, accuracy and precision in your documentation can make all the difference in your application process. Next, we delved into some insider tips on how to improve your chances of getting your application approved. Top on the list was having a strong command of the Swedish language, followed by a robust understanding of the Swedish job market and the professions that are in high demand. We also emphasized the importance of networking and using local job search engines to find potential job opportunities. We also addressed the question of processing times, which typically range from 1 to 3 months. However, it's crucial to remember that these times can vary, and it's always a good idea to apply well in advance. We also discussed other necessary details about the program, such as the validity of the visa, which is 6 months, and the possibility of extending it under certain conditions. In the end, the Sweden job seeker visa is not just a visa. It's an opportunity. It's a chance to immerse yourself in Swedish society, to contribute with your skills, and to explore new career horizons. It's a stepping stone for those looking to establish themselves in a country that values innovation, equality, and sustainability. So, make sure you've got all your documents in order, polish up your Swedish, do your research on the job market, and approach this venture with an open mind and a willingness to adapt. Remember, the Sweden job seeker visa is a great opportunity, and with the right preparation, it could be your ticket to a new life in Sweden. Good luck.